Hey church, so good to be with you. When I was a freshman in high school, I went with my school on a missions trip to Sin City, the city of Las Vegas. And it was a wonderful trip. And being like a great Christian kid, I thought, man, let's go to Sin City. We're going to change the world for Jesus. Little did I know that God was actually going to change my life on that trip. See, there was one night where our trip leader, he's a missionary to that city, was sharing the gospel with the prostitute. And I just remember being so angry. I was mad, right? Like, why is he spending his time with her? Doesn't he know that, like, she's a sinner and she's disgusting and she's all these other really bad things? And I did a lot of this, a lot of finger pointing of, man, sin, sin, shame, shame. Doesn't he know, blah, blah, blah. And I was just mad, really, really mad. So I talked to this guy afterwards and asked him, like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you spending your time with her? Why are you spending your time with a sinner? And he just said, bro, that's the point, man. That's the gospel. See, that's actually a question that the Pharisees asked of Jesus' disciples. They said, why does your teacher spend all of his time with sinners and tax collectors? And Jesus overheard it and he responded. And he said, man, it's not the righteous, the so-called self-righteous that Jesus came for. Jesus came for the sinners. He came for the sick. He came for the people who knew they needed the gospel. And that's what my trip leader told me. He said, man, this is why Jesus came. Jesus came to save people like this. I felt so convicted, because in the moment, all I was doing was pointing out her flaws, her sins, her issues, all the while not realizing how much sin I had in my own life. And through that interaction, I think that was the moment I truly gave my life over to the Lord and started walking with Jesus from that day. Church, this weekend, we're going to cover a very similar thing. See, after the end of Romans chapter 1, a lot of finger pointing can go on. A lot of finger pointing of look at those people's sins. And you've probably all heard the saying, every time you point the finger at someone else, you have 3 fingers pointing right back at you. So this upcoming weekend, that's what we're going to turn the mirror on. We're going to turn the mirror and look at ourself, our own sin, and see how Jesus came to set us free from those same things. Look forward to seeing you there.